this as Einhallo, or Holy Isle, as the Norsemen called it. It's thought that the 12th century church here was closely associated with a monastery that existed in Orkney at that time. Legend has it that, for whatever reason, neither mice nor rats were able to survive here. Today, Einhallo is entirely uninhabited, but for large numbers of common seals. By the south shore of the island are the derelict remains of the old 19th century schoolhouse. Across the sound is perhaps the most interesting of all the Orkney Islands, Rousey. This is a hilly island with an enormous population of rabbits. Otters are also a common feature of these coasts. Most fascinating, however, is the sheer number of prehistoric sites here, all of which are quite accessible. At Midhow, we find not only a fortress, but a splendid chambered cairn, even older than that in Maeshowe. It's little wonder that Rousey attracts archaeologists from all corners of the globe. The sites to be explored here are quite unrivaled. Westray is one of the most thriving and attractive islands in the Northern Isles. The landscape is, again, quite breathtaking and diverse, which is why I suppose Westray is often called Queen of the North Isles. Not only is the land pretty fertile, but the fishing industry is in very healthy shape. Kirkwall is an attractive little fishing village that once had 4 piers. In general terms, Westray has an intriguing past. Apparently, it was the only one of the Orkney Islands to support the Jacobites during the 1745 rebellion against the English throne. During the 16th century, the landlord, Gilbert Balfour, was an ally of Mary Queen of Scots. The Queen created Balfour Duke of Orkney and made plans to visit him at Noltland Castle. Mary was deposed before her visit could take place. Few people have ever seen the function of such a large castle in the Orkney Islands, but apparently it was once the venue of the longest wedding party on record. The festivities continued for 3 months. To quote the writer George Mackay Brown, the essence of Orkney's magic is silence and the deep, marvellous rhythms of sea and land, darkness and light. North Ronaldsay is the most remote and furthest north of the Orkney Islands. In terms of appearance, size and population, it resembles its neighbour, Papa Westray. The community is enormously self-sufficient and has retained many traditional methods of agriculture. The local dialect is also quite traditional, so much so that even fellow Orcadians struggle to understand it. Given the abundance of hazardous rocks around the island's coasts, lighthouses have long been a necessity here. The new lighthouse in the north, overlooking Sealskerry, is the tallest land-based lighthouse in the British Isles. North Ronaldsay also boasts a native breed of sheep. Similar to an ancient breed of Orcadian sheep, they are small and rather goat-like in appearance. They live mainly on seaweed, except during the lambing season. This is why the entire island is ringed by a stone wall known as the sheep dyke. It restricts the sheep to the shorelines and prevents them from doing damage to crops elsewhere. Sandy, from the Old Norse for Sand Island, is the largest of the northern Orkney Isles. This is such low-lying terrain that in foggy weather one could almost fail to discern it from the sea. In the days before radar, many vessels ran aground on Sandy. And since there is no peat here, the islanders made good use of all that unexpected wood. As with most of the Orkney Islands, the soil here is sandy and fertile, and the beaches are stunning. Add a palm tree or two, and it could be the Bahamas.